Hey guys, what's going on? Coming at you with a Wednesday morning video. It's currently away for the long weekend, so I apologize for not posting a video yesterday. Before I get into this, make sure you like, subscribe, comment below. Really trying to get to 600 subs by the end of this month, so I think we can do it. Just hit the subscribe button down there. It's much appreciated. I think I'm like 30 away. So today I wanted to talk about a stock I haven't really talked about recently or much. It is a position I've been holding for a pretty long time, probably like close to 2 years at this point. And that stock is Wynn Resorts. They're one of the biggest resorts in Vegas. They have a bunch of other locations all over the place. Their balance sheet is literally insane. They could really make it through anything, good or bad. I mean, obviously with what happened in 2020, everything got locked down, everything got shut down. And they're just fine. They own a lot of property in other places too. And it's really like the highest end hotel you can possibly get. So that's kind of why I really like it. And I like their business model. I like the CEO. I kind of like how things are ran over there. And obviously, I mean, people that have a lot of money, that want to spend a lot of money, they go to the Wynn Resorts. So that's kind of why I like it. It's kind of like hedging a bet on the higher end of hotels. So usually their profits are better. And, if bad things happen in the world or something like that, they usually pull through a little easier because those people don't care. Usually when bad things happen in the economy or anything really, wealthier people, they usually just take advantage of it. It doesn't really impact them that much. So that's kind of why I like this. It's kind of my hotel stock. So it had a really nice bounce back today. Yesterday, it had a 5.58% gain yesterday, which is a big move. That was the biggest move in my portfolio. If you haven't watched my previous stocks, I currently own 17 positions. I'm a long-term investor, and that was 5.58 was my biggest move upwards yesterday. So that's kind of what I want to talk about. Really nothing groundbreaking on this stock happened. It was kind of just, I'll get into it in the video, but it is currently at 105.88. It's kind of where we stand with the stock right now. It was hovering in the low 90s, mid 90s for the past 2-3 weeks, especially when the Delta scare came out, and people thought maybe we were going to go back on lockdowns again or something like that. So there's a lot of fear in the hotels, the cruise lines, the airlines, all those kind of stocks. So what I did was I actually didn't make a video because I actually took a break a couple weeks ago. I was buying the stock in the 90s and really the mid 90s and low 90s. So I did average cost up in this case for my position, but I did think it was a really good deal because pre-Delta it was hovering around 105, 120, 115. So I thought that was a steal buying in this area. So usually what I do is if I do buy or sell, I make a video letting you guys know what I bought at and the percentage of my position I bought out. I feel like that's very important. A lot of people that make videos don't really tell you how much of a percentage they added or sold. And that kind of matters because everyone's at a different level in finance and investing. So I feel like that's really important. My cost base on this, even averaging cost up after that, it is at $75.20. It was at like $65, $68 at one point, but I did average cost up and it was in the 90s and 95s. The reason it had a big move upwards yesterday was it was on the reopen plays of CNBC. It's really crazy. I mean, if any stock has any bullish news from any analyst on a major news network, it gets a lot of people excited for some reason. I don't really understand that unless you're just being completely lazy and you want to do a quick like pump and dump, or you just go off what they say and you believe them. But really, if you do your own due diligence and do your own research and really believe in a stock long-term for the fundamentals, this stuff to me doesn't matter. Like I was not, I think it was sitting around $100 or $102. Before that, obviously went up $5.58. I mean, to me, that doesn't do anything. I'm not interested really in buying at this. However, if, I wasn't in this stock right now, I do think this stock is a $150 to $200 per share stock when all things are firing again. All day. I think there is a lot of pent-up demand still in this industry once all the scares and everything starts working back to normal. I do think there's a big opportunity making some quick money in this stock, like 50 to 100% return from where we're at now. So obviously, the Delta scare, people I think are it's still around. It's definitely gonna, spread. It's more contagious, but I think people are kind of at the point where they're just like, it is what it is. We're gonna work around it and we're gonna get through it, and whatever happens, happens. I think there's less of a scare of like a lockdown right now. Obviously, that could still happen in the fall, but you don't really hear, like, the Fed wasn't talking about it, and they were more concerned on tapering and other things. They really didn't bring it up much, which is good. That means they're really not focusing on it. It's not like at the highest priority for them. So I like that. Where I would buy it based on where it's at and where it's been sitting at, if it gets to like 85 to 90, I will average cost up from my current position of $75. Now, if I wasn't in this stock, where I would enter in, like 95 to like 100 is a really good starting point. Even at 105, like right now, if you were looking to get into like the hotel share stocks, this is my favorite one, and that's kind of where I would like to enter in personally at this point. Where I would hold like, 115 to like 125 is kind of where I'd hold, because we don't know how quick these recovery plays are going to be. Obviously, there's a lot that could happen this fall and winter with the virus and all that stuff. So, it's really one of those things you got to kind of wager your risk and opportunity. But as a long-term investor, they do pay dividends and stuff like that. So, it's a stock you should be in if you're a long-term investor. This is the only hotel stock I own, like I just said. So, so that's all I really got. I mean, this is where I would still buy and hold based on where we're at right now with everything's going on and how I feel about the stock. So, I'm really going to wait for like this area just based on my portfolio. This is probably a top 10 position of mine. It should be a little bigger. If it goes into the low mid 90s again, I will be buying this. Obviously, historically, everyone says September has the lowest return of all months in the market, and there's a lot of reasons behind that, a lot of theories, but I don't really want to get into that. So I just keep that in the back of my mind. Most of my positions, I'm happy with where they're at. Obviously, if there's opportunity or the market is red for the next, it was red yesterday basically. So, the Dow was down 0.7, S&P down 0.3, NASDAQ was basically break even, like 0.07, I think it was. So, if it continues to go red for the next 2-3 weeks, or more red days than green, I'm gonna wait for the dust to settle and find a good buying point for some stocks. I have obviously target prices I want to get in at, and if obviously I buy something, I will make a video and let you know. I haven't bought something in the past like 2-3 weeks. I've just been adding cash every week just to wait for a good opportunity. It's been very green or very stagnant recently, so I'm fine with that. But if I do buy something, I'll make a video, and if it gets to this area, I probably will be buying Wynn. So if you like this video, again, I'm trying to get to 600 subs by the end of this month. If you hit the subscribe button down there, it's much appreciated. Till tomorrow, peace.